There's those comments that he's delusional, he thinks he can beat me. He's going to wake up and apologise.
This is Jonathan Agger of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Zak Chelli, who fights Callum Simpson this Saturday in Barnsley, going into the Lions' Den with your British and Commonwealth super middleweight titles. How are you feeling? You seem relaxed, you seem excited.
Yeah, of course, I'm at my hometown London at the moment, suited and booted, feeling good. Just looking forward to it. I had a lovely lunch, so thank you to Boxer. Yeah, so it was all great.
I mean, he is the guy, with the homecoming fight in front of his fans, but you don't seem to be. It doesn't seem that you're going to be faced, by the atmosphere, by his fans. But have you? I believe this is the first time that you are fighting someone with that much support. Is that correct? How do you think you're going to deal with that?
I mean, I've had like similar experience in the past where I fought a guy called Anthony Sims Jr., where everyone believed he was going to beat me. So it's similar to that, and I proved them all wrong. And I think it pushes me more forward to prove them wrong. There's going to be 7,000 people that are booing me, which will motivate me to watch what I'm going to do. This, so I can't wait.
Going into this fight, what do you think of Callum Simpson compared to anyone you've fought before?
I think he's not as technical as other boxers I fought undefeated opponents before. I'm not going to obviously overlook him, but I make sure I go in there to hurt him. And if I have a goal of hurting him, I will win.
I spoke to him just now. He said that he feels like you've reached the level, your level, and that he's on basically an upward trajectory. What do you say to that?
I said, well, he has no evidence to prove that. He says he wants to prove it on Saturday. Well, we'll see. But I know I've got the experience, and I fought better people than him, and most of my fighters I fought better than him. So we'll see on the night. I'm gonna knock him out, God willing.
Well, so you feel like you will stop him at Barnsley on Saturday?
I believe so. I believe he's easy to catch. He doesn't have much head movement or even movement at all. He just always fights one way, and he's delusional.
What is, what makes him delusional? Is it those comments, or is it something he said, in the build-up to the fight?
It's those comments that he's delusional. He thinks he can beat me. He's gonna wake up and apologise from his dream. What's he done to prove that he's such a great boxer? Name me one fighter that's good that he's beat. That you'd say, okay, that's proof to me that you're gonna be like a world champion. No one. He's had a sparring session in Canada where he's done 2 rounds with Berpatiev. And now he thinks he's all that. So I think it's just logistically, boxers don't care about you, boxers don't care about anyone. They just care about money. And they see that it can make most of the money in Barnsley, so because he sells that quick, so fair enough, let's do it there. That's all it is.
If you win this fight, and you believe you do by knockout, where does that take you? I mean, a win away from home at a stadium against Callum Simpson, where do you think that would take you?
Well, I believe I've been done with most British fighters out there. I've won a British title and then defended it once. I believe that's good enough to go for a European or even world title eliminator. I'd love to fight at my home football club, QPR, or Loftus Road, one day, God willing, and that's the plan.
Would that be the dream?
Yeah, that would be the dream. A world title fight at Loftus Road, yeah. All the QPR fans support me. That'd be beautiful.
When you look at sort of the world level guys at super middleweight, obviously we know Canelo has 3 belts now. I think he had to vacate one of them. He's fighting Belanga. What do you think of that fight?
I think it'll be an interesting fight. I believe if Canelo wins, he might look to maybe fights different or maybe retire and the belts be gold. But if Canelo doesn't win and Belanga wins, then that's the 3 belts locked off for another few years. So yeah, I think it's quite a shame. I wish the belts were more dispersed, then I could have a chance of getting one.
Well, the IBF, they're fighting for the vacant title. Is that something you might say to Ben? Look, push me to that route.
I guess yeah. The IBF. Who's fighting for it at the moment?
It's William Skull and I can't remember the other guy.
Well, yeah, that's one route I guess I have to take. I'll be what is it? Isn't like an intern for an IBF or something and work my way up there.
Yeah. Canelo, should he win against Belanga, they're talking about him against Terence Crawford. Crawford would have to go up 2 divisions from where he's at right now if he wins on Saturday. How do you think Crawford would do against Canelo?
Well, I know Crawford spars like light heavyweights, and I've seen him spar even super middleweights. So I think he'd do pretty well. He trains hard. That's a fight I'd actually see. So hopefully Canelo wins.
And do you think he could hold his own against someone like Canelo?
I believe so. Yeah, I've seen videos where he actually spars decent like heavyweights. So yeah, I believe he'll have a chance, and he's very he's focused on his craft, Crawford. So he'll do it.
I don't want to obviously talk about who beyond Saturday night, but you've got a lot of big name Americans like Benavidez and these guys. Are those guys you want to, Caleb Plant? Is those guys you want to share the ring with?
Yeah, I'd love to one day. I just got to prove myself on Saturday, get past this. I'm focused on this at the moment, nothing else. And then we'll talk about it.
Just want to ask you about a few fights coming up. We've got Anthony Joshua fighting Daniel Dubois. How do you think that's going to play out?
I actually used to spar Daniel Dubois every day back in amateurs because we both used to train at Del Youth Boxing Club, the Grenfell Tower. And we'd spar like when we was ages like 13, 14, 15. I used to see Caroline Dubois in the gym as well, sparring with Adam Azim all the day. So when they were like 10, 11, 12 years old. So I remember growing up with them, and now we're fighting the same show. Adam Azim's on the same promoter as me, so it's great to see. But then one day Daniel Dubois just changed and just became a heavyweight. He walked in the gym after one summer, and there was no more sparring. But I heard rumours as well that he knocked out Anthony Joshua in sparring in the GB camp because they're both Team GB at the time. So we'll see how he does. I mean, I'm trying to support my guy Daniel Dubois. Let's go on. I hope he does it.
So, what was the weight difference back then between you and him? Because you got super middleweight at heavyweight. Where was he?
He was actually lighter than me at one point in amateurs. Yeah, he was tall and skinny and just light. But then he started just growing, eat a lot more food. And one summer he just shot up, just grew in, and it's heavy. So I think after age like 15, 16, that's when we stopped sparring.
Your opinion? Do you think he has enough to beat Joshua and become world champion?
I think with heavyweight, a punch can change anything. If he catches in one punch, he could do it. I mean, he's knocked him out before apparently in sparring. So we'll see. We'll just have to see on the night.
Another fight coming up. We've got Artur Beterbiev against Dimitri Bivol. Who do you think becomes undisputed?
Well, it's a hard one. Canadian. What's the other guy from?
Russia.
Russian versus Canadian. I'm not sure. That'll be an interesting one. Possibly the Canadian. But then again, I heard he's like 40. He's 4 years old, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's 39 around there.
Yeah, so he's quite old himself. I don't know what to say for that one. Well, I'll be watching though.
And talk to me about we had Joe Joyce against Derek Chisora. Yeah. What did you think of that fight?
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised with Joe Joyce. I mean, maybe those 2 losses with Jang really affected him. But what done to Chisora? I mean, after headbutting the Uber cyclist, he's done pretty well. So apparently he's going to be retired, but because he's won, he's going to have another 2 more fights.
And is there anyone you'd like to see him in with? I spoke to Spencer Oliver earlier. He wants to see him fight Deontay Wilder. Dillian White was at ringside. Potential 3rd fight there. Is there anyone you want to see him fight?
I think Dillian White. I've already seen that right twice. And they'll probably just start throwing chairs or something like that. But yeah, Deontay Wilder. But Deontay Wilder's retired apparently. Maybe Zhang. Him with Zhang, that'd be a good one. That'd be really funny build up as well.
Absolutely. Zach, good luck on Saturday against Callum Simpson. Any message to sort of the fans, about tuning in for the fight on Sky Sports and what they can expect?
Tune in, support Zak Chelli, because at the end of the day, inshallah, Zak Chelli will win. So thank you and support me.